how to create caption videos on social media for Global Accessibility Awareness Day today, May 21st, 2020, with me as your host, Mariela Paulino from Private Hearing. So our agenda for today is going to be, we are going to go over some ground rules. We're going to talk about accessibility in 2020. We're going to talk about some spicy drama between Apple and Google. We're going to talk about why is captioning hard, and we're also going to talk about how quick this is. Then we're going to go into overview of video captioning and go step by step into all the little things that you have to do in order to create your closed caption video, all the little things that are going to take you 5 minutes to do. Alright, so ground rules is, well, not mute yourself because I'm the only person doing this recording. But if you have a question, ask in the comments below. There are no dumb questions. I really want to make all the content that I create a safe space. So if you have a question about something, please do not hesitate to ask in the comments. Send me an email. I am here to answer everything, all your questions, because I want to make sure that you feel comfortable in creating closed caption and accessible content. So, all your questions, throw them at me. Also be respectful, present, and value your time. So, I understand that some of you are making a serious commitment watching this video. I put a lot of thought into it. I hope you take the time to listen. And obviously, the last ground rule is not significant, but one of the things that I always ask people to do when I'm doing a video lesson or a video workshop is to give me the thumbs. So if you give me the thumbs, like, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Hey, you're kind of losing me, Mariela. I am lost. Rewind. So that's basically one of the fun things that I do when I'm doing a workshop, which you should definitely attend in the future. So let's go into the good stuff. What has been going on with the state of accessibility in 2020? The first application I'm going to talk about today is called Google Meet. Google Meet is truly a revolutionary app. Google Meet is an application that is competing directly with applications like Zoom, and I will tell you Google Meet is 1,000 times better simply because Zoom has not enabled artificial intelligence into its captioning. If you are to use Zoom for a conference call and you want to make your conference call accessible, you have to book a real-time captioner, a stenographer they are called. Stenographers are those people, you've seen them in the courtroom. I will not ask why you are in a courtroom, but basically, when you're in a courtroom, there's somebody that's typing down everything that's being said. And so that same technology is used by someone who is deaf or hard of hearing to be able to read what is said in a conversation. Now, Google has come out with something truly revolutionary, which is AI-generated captioning. So AI, artificial intelligence generated captioning. What that means is that a computer is listening to my voice and generating captioning as it is happening. The second application that I'm going to talk about today, which we will be using, is called Otter. So Otter allows you to do a recording, and it will record and transcribe the conversation. If I'm being completely honest, it is very good, but it does not beat the king of captioning. And the king, queen, the supreme being of captioning right now is Google Live Transcribe. Let me show you how Google Live Transcribe works. So Google Live Transcribe is an application that listens to everything that is being said in real time, and it will transcribe that information in real time. It is incredibly accurate. It has over 95% accuracy. Like, it even gets the numbers right. And so is a really beautiful piece of technology. I use it a lot, and I particularly use it right now as we're experiencing coronavirus, because people will cover their mouth using the mask, and because I am not able to lip read, it makes it that much more difficult for me to be able to engage with people in conversation. The last application I'm going to talk about today is called Apple Clip-O-Matic, and I really like Clip-O-Matic I have two phones. I have my Pixel phone. I also have an iPhone. And I use the iPhone every once in a while when I want to make a quick, less than 30-second video. So let me tell you about some of the spicy drama that is happening between Apple and Google. You know, I pretend to be shocked by drama, but I low-key love drama. So let me tell you the gossip. Let me get my tea, my water. Okay, y'all ready? Alright. So Apple came out with Clip-O-Matic a few years ago. Now, the challenge was that when Apple came out with Clip-O-Matic, it was like, no, mine, I'm not sharing it with anyone, which is fine. But then Google was like, so let me tell you what Clip-O-Matic does first. So Clip-O-Matic is an application. If you have an iPhone, it only works on iPhones. You make a video, you are recording a video, and then you want to make that video closed caption. You go into the application and you tell Clip-O-Matic, make this video file caption. Clip-O-Matic uses artificial intelligence to generate a transcript of what you were saying. You can go online into the application and edit your transcript, and then Clip-O-Matic will burn your video with the caption that you've just edited. And it is great. The only problem with Clip-O-Matic is that it only works on videos that you are making live. So you are not able to actually upload videos into Clip-O-Matic. You have to make a video and caption it right there. But anyway, that's what Clip-O-Matic does. But then Google was there, hey, Apple, what's up? Why won't you let us use Clip-O-Matic? And then Google was there, oh, you know what? I don't need you. We are Google. And Google went ahead and it created its own application. Google came out with this amazing application called Google Live Transcribed, but as payback for Apple not making Clip-O-Matic open source, what Google did is that Google only made the Google Live application only available on select Android phones, which means that iPhones cannot use Google Live Transcribe, which kind of sucks because this would be incredibly useful for everyone, just like Clip-O-Matic would be incredibly useful for everyone. Now you have all this drama going on between Apple and Google, and you know who gets stuck in the middle? People with disabilities, because people with disabilities would benefit from having access to both of these applications on the same device. And we would also benefit if Apple and Google decided to work together to create better technology. But, you know, tech drama. It is what it is. So, why is captioning so hard? Like, why is it so hard for us to upload a file into a tool like Clip-O-Matic and move on with our lives? Let me tell you why. So, when you create a closed caption file, you're not just working with the closed caption file. You're working with technically 3 different pieces of media. You're working with the video that you have created on your phone. You're also working with something that is called an SRT file, which is really 2 things. It's really kind of like a video, but it's also like words and text. So when you are working with a computer is really, really, really smart, but a computer is also really, really, really stupid. So when you talk to a computer, you have to be very explicit in the instructions you are giving to the computer. So an SRT file is really a type of extension that you work with. So when you work with an Excel file, for example, you're working with an extension that is .xcl. Yes. And when you're working with a Word document, you're working with an extension that is .doc. When you are working with a caption file, you are working with something that's an extension of .srt. And so what you need to be able to do is to combine that video file with that SRT file that contains a timeline of everything you're saying, and it's able to take this timeline of like, hello, my name is Mariela, from 0 to 3 seconds, and then from 3 seconds to 6 seconds, and I am the founder of Practice Hearing. And it has to be able to do this for the entire video. So you have to be able to combine the video with the SRT file and get these 2 things to be burned into each other. Alright, so one of the things that I want you to be very mindful of as I'm speaking is that you probably came to this workshop and you're like, oh my god, I want to learn how to make closed caption videos and Mariela is going to make it so easy. Yeah! And I want you to know I'm going to be talking for a while. And the reason I'm going to be talking for a while is because I really want to break things down for you so that you understand everything that's happening. This process is so easy to implement, so easy. You just need to know what you are doing. So, what is the process for captioning your media? So, it's really a 4-step process. You want to get your video. You are going to make a video to record yourself or something that's happening outside or just media, any media. You are going to take that content, and what you want to do is you want to take that content and take it from your phone into your computer. Then you are going to take that content and you are going to get that content transcribed using one of different tools. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that transcript file, that SRT file, and you're going to take that SRT and burn it with your video. And then finally, once you have that burned file, you're going to send that burned file to yourself so that you can then download it and publish it on Instagram. Easy? Good. Perfect. So the tool that we're going to be using today, we were actually supposed to be using this script today, but I will tell you a little bit about what happened there. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be using 4 different tools. We're going to use Google Photos to take our video and then push it up to the cloud. And then from the cloud, push it down into our desktop. Then we're going to use another tool, our second tool. We're going to use Otter. What Otter is going to do is going to listen to our video file and it's going to transcribe it using artificial intelligence. So it's going to listen to our video, understand what we're saying, and then transcribing that file. After Otter takes our file, listens to it, and transcribe it, it's going to generate a .srt extension file that we are then going to burn into the video using our third tool, Kapwing. And then finally, once we are done using Caption and we have got our video file with the captions burned in, we are going to send that file to ourselves using WeTransfer. Cool? Everybody with me so far? Fantastic. Let's keep going. So, first tool of the day is going to be Google Photos. So Google Photos allows us to take a video from our phone, our desktop computer, and then it allows us to sync. So what you want to do once you get your video from your phone is you want to upload it into the cloud using Google Photos. So you want to be very careful with Google Photos, especially if you're using a work account, because you know every once in a while you can take a really sexy picture or make a really sexy video, and then if that gets uploaded into the cloud, you could be in trouble. So we're going to use Google Photos. So I made a video of myself earlier that I automatically uploaded into my Google Photos. So I go into my Google Photos and there is a video that I made earlier. Where is it? So what we're going to do is my video has been uploaded into the cloud, and now from my cloud I'm going to go into my desktop. So I'm going to go into my desktop and I am going to download that 40-second video. Let me show you. So we have this 40-second video here. So, hello everyone, my name is Mariela. Today, I am going to be showing you how to make a video that is closed caption. I am making this video for Global Accessibility Awareness Day, which is super important. And I want to believe that you want to make closed caption videos to make your content accessible. If you're interested in learning how to create accessible content, I want you to go ahead and check this link out. The link is going to be below. Alright, I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye. After you have found the video that you want to work on, you want to click on those 3 dots and you want to download that video. And the reason why you want to do that is because I like to do a lot of my captioning work from my desktop You can technically do captioning on your phone, but you're going to be like this. And that's not fun. So you want to be able to just kind of like have space to see what you're doing. I like to have space to see what I'm doing. We have our video. We are going to take our video, which we've downloaded, and put it there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and rename it. Alrighty. So we have our video, and we have gotten to the first step. Now, the second step is that we want to transcribe our video. Now, usually what I have used to transcribe my videos is this amazing little tool called Descript. And Descript is amazing, and I'm actually going to show you one of their marketing videos because it is just like so good. I use the script because it has so many nifty little features. You're able to drag and drop tags, like your video. You're basically able to edit your video as if it was a Word document. So you know how there are times that you're making a video and you just say like, and it's just those nuances that are very annoying. This script allows you to get rid of all of that. Let me just go ahead and show you their marketing video because it is so good. It's not
Like it or not, there's gonna come a day when you think, oh my god, I should do a podcast.
Okay.
Like it or not, there's gonna come a day when you think, oh my god, I should do a podcast. We could do a podcast. A what now? Podcast. Dad, I want you to be a guest on my beauty podcast. Great. And when that day comes, you'll probably also think, how do we make a podcast? Say hello to Descript. It's how you make a podcast. Descript is a brand new way to record, edit, and mix spoken audio. That's cool. In fact, it's a brand new way to even think about spoken audio. Not only that. How does it all work? Just connect your mic to your computer and hit this button. So what's your favorite flavor? Mine's soup. Do I speak into this? Yep. Can you edit that out? Yep. Editing audio has always been complicated. In fact, even today it's...
Welcome back to part 3 of our 48 parts.
But Descript is simple. It takes your audio and turns it into text. Which means when this happens...
Today on the pod, he's gonna turn himself into a total glamazon. Think you're ready?
Yes, Queen.
Ew, Dad, just say yes.
Yes, so ready. Editing your podcast is as easy as...
Think you're ready?
Yes, so ready.
Whoa, I like it.
Keep going. I'll be over here making real podcasts. Descript, a toy, not so fast. Non-destructive editing, multi-track editing, easy edits, space, volume automation, ad-lib normalization, track grouping, timeline export to Pro Tools and Audition, the whole potato. Oh. It'll even edit video podcasts if that's your thing. Plus, it's got live collaboration.
This could use some work. What if we tighten this up just a pinch? Wow, it's like you're right here with me.
That's not all Descript can do. It also has something called overdub.
Over what now?
Overdub.
Overdub.
Overdub. Overdub. Overdub.
Overdub?
Jeez, yes. Overdub. It's a way of adding new words to your recording. Like this.
Fruity Toots tomorrow. Fruity Toots tomorrow. Yesterday over Szechuan chicken, I spoke to Detective Greg Campbell.
With Overdub, you can use your own voice to synthesize new audio. Just do this.
Yesterday over biscuits, I spoke to Detective Greg Campbell. I don't know, man. It seems like people could use that for some pretty...
Bad stuff, yeah. Which is why you can only use it with your own voice and no one else's. So you can't. My butt looks like a pizza. That's Descript. A whole new way to record, transcribe, edit, mix, and master your podcast. Thank you for listening.
Woo! Isn't it great? Right now, I've been trying to get Descript to work so I can show you how awesome it is, but Descript is not working. And I need to get you to really understand how to do captioning. So we're going to use another one of my favorite tools to be able to get those captions done. But I just needed you to know just how incredibly awesome Descript is and why you should definitely give it a chance and learn to use it. I'll be making another video when the script finally decides to work, because it is just incredible and life-changing and life-altering and just like awesome. Alright, so back to the presentation. We have our video, and what we want to do is we want to be able to take our video and transcribe it. Otter opens up to 3 hours, if I am not mistaken, of free, transcription services every month. Let's do this. Once you get on Otter, you're going to click here, and you're going to click Import Audio Video. You're going to go ahead and you're going to take that video file that you have and that you want to caption, and you're just going to drag and drop it like it's hot. And once you do that, Otter will just go ahead and process that audio file. Super quick. You just throw it in there and success. It takes a minute or two for this to process. Actually, not even a whole minute. It takes like 30 seconds for this entire thing to process. There we go. So one of the biggest challenges that I have with Otter is that it doesn't allow me to kind of like have the video right next to me for me to edit my transcript file, which is one of the reasons why I really like this script. So anyway, I have my file here, and I'm going to click edit. Otter, you kind of have to keep on refreshing the browser. It's just how it is. So I click on edit, and then I'm going to have my video file open right next to the... My name is Mariela. Today I am going to... This is really great because as a person with a hearing disability, I sometimes struggle to understand what I'm saying. Now, one of the biggest challenges that I have with Otter is that it allows you to export the text. Now, you are able to export the text. The challenge is if you want to export the text in the file type that you need, and we need an SRT file. And if you want to get an SRT file from Otter, you have to pay for that premium feature. I will also be sharing a premium feature code where you get about a month of the premium features, which include being able to download files in SRT format. Hey, quick pause. So I want to try out the overdub functionality within the script. There's one thing I need to bring up. If you are unable to pay for the Otter or Descript subscription, and you want to have a truly free experience, one of the things that you can do is you can use YouTube. You can use the auto captioning functionality within YouTube and download an SRT file from YouTube. Now that's a whole other video. But if you're looking for a totally free alternative, definitely look at that. Alright, back to your scheduled programming. So we're going to click export text, and right here it is, SRT, which is the file type that we want to download. We are going to click SRT, and then we're going to click continue. And there it is. My file is now an SRT file. I'm going to take that and I'm going to move it into my desktop. The third tool that we are going to use today is called Capwing. Now, for some reason, Capwing is giving me this error that says no internet connection. This may not work correctly until the connection is restored, which is kind of weird because I am on the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on new project. And there's a very specific tool that I absolutely love within Capwing. It's called the subtitler. And you click on that, and what you do is you click upload, and then you go into your desktop. I only have 2 files in there. I click on my video file. Great, it is uploading. And then I go and I click upload SRT, which is the file type that we need for captioning. So, putting another overdub moment here. So one of the things that I want to bring up is that in Capwing, there is an auto-generated functionality for you to caption your videos. And As much as I love Kapwing, their AI generated captioning is not at the same level of, say, Otter or the script. It is a work in progress, but it is there just for you to know that it exists. Alright, back to your scheduled programming. So let's check this out. So, hello everyone. Oh, I forgot how to spell my name. Can you believe that? So let me just take a second look at this. FYI, this entire spell check section should have been done in Otter. So I have my captions done. You can do so much right here in Capwing, which is one of the reasons why I love this tool. You can move the captions up or down. I am going to make it full background color with pink layover, and I love it. I'm going to make this Montserrat, and I'm going to make this in 14. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Do you love it? I love it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on create. And then this takes a few seconds to upload. I believe Capwing allows you to create caption content up to 45 minutes. If you go past 45 minutes, you're going to have a bad time. One of the things I also want to say about Capwing is that Capwing allows you to do all of this stuff for free. There we go. It is so, and there you go. Your video now has the caption burning. So what you want to do is you want to just click here, download, and here it is, my third and final file. And so what we want to do is we want to be able to get that file back into our phone, and we are going to be using our last tool of the day, which is WeTransfer. I love WeTransfer because WeTransfer allows me to send and receive files that I would otherwise not be able to. So media files, photo files, large Word documents, stuff like that. I can send all of these through. So the way that I'm going to do that after I've logged in is I drag and drop, and I really like that WeTransfer is really hip. They have something here that says drop it like it's hot, and I love it when companies do little things like that to just kind of be human and be relatable. So I have my WeTransfer. I am going to email that file to hello@privatehearing.com, and my message is going to be, this is how to make a closed caption video for GAG. And then one of the things I also like to do, just so that I can avoid doing the work later, is ID. So you may be asking yourself, what is ID? So an ID on a picture or a video is something that helps people with vision challenges know what is happening in a video or in a picture. Basically, as a creator, your job is to give a brief description of what the image or video is in the caption of your video or image. Mariela with brown hair. Let me see what I look like with brown hair and a black sweater, standing in front of her camera. She is a Dominican Latina. I'm not really good with these, but I make an effort. I think that's good. After we have included, we send it to ourselves. Now I'm just going to go into my phone. It has been transferred, and I'm going to just click on, let's see, there we go, right there in my, into my email. I'm going to click download, Continue. Downloading. I feel like my life is just a continuous progress bar. Take my video, save to device, great. And then I go on Instagram, and there it is. There's my video, closed caption, beautiful, looking good. So I use these 4 amazing tools with the exception of Otter. I technically prefer to use the script, but the script is not working today. And that really is how you make closed caption videos. This entire process would take me 5 minutes to do. 5 minutes if I wasn't kind of like breaking things down and explaining them and stuff. So anyway, this is basically the training for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, something important. If you are interested in learning more about accessibility, inclusion, hearing disability, I encourage you to follow me at Project Hearing. I am on Instagram and Facebook as my primary means of communication, but I am trying to get on the Twitter wagon. Also, if you like this content or if you have any additional questions, concerns, if you want me to do a workshop for your organization or institution, or if you just want to say hello, hi, just go ahead and email me at hello@projecthearing.com. And I want to give a huge thank you to the people that made today's event possible. Link 20, Diversibility, Stronger Than Stigma, and the Global Shapers community. You guys are amazing. And I am so honored that I get to be in the presence of all of you and that I get to put events like this in partnership with all of you. So, hashtag Global Accessibility Awareness Days 2020. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing your closed caption content. Make sure that you tag me at Project Hearing. And with that said, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Paulino,